So welcome back to Clare Castle then for this first round of the Clare Under-21A Hurling Championship. Kilmaley well in control at the break, leading Sixmilebridge by 111 to 6 points. We're just getting our stats there from our man beside us. That says 7 points for Sean O'Loughlin in that opening period, 6 of those coming from frees, and that good point as well from Clay. He's been a real thorn in the side. Cathal Darcy as well, and of course that goal coming just midway through the half from Peter Ronan as well, picking that ball up in the verge of the square and slapping it home. They're first out onto the field. You'd imagine they're looking kind of relaxed, Fergie, and 6-7 more points probably should see them over the line here.
Yeah, it should, and I suppose the cry from Kilmaley at half time will be keep it going, keep the same thing going. I think they weathered the Sixmilebridge storm in the first maybe 7 or 8 minutes, and when Bridge came at them with everything, and they just kept their composure, and they're playing through the lines, they're playing very, very well. I think there's some very, very good hurlers, Derek. There's some lads moving the ball very, very well, often intelligent stuff, and I suppose Brian O'Loughlin and Kevin will be telling them, keep it nice and simple, keep doing what you're doing right, keep the work ethic up, and you would be thinking that they should have a little bit too much. What I'm often impressed is their forwards as well, Derek. When they're getting that ball to the inside line, not alone their movement, but they're recycling the ball again. No stupid shooting, no fuzzy stuff. It's get the ball back out, recycle the ball, and the runners coming through the lines, which is very, very good. So I'm very, very impressed with the first 30 minutes with Kilmaley.
From what we're hearing from the Kilmaley camp, I was just talking to a couple of lads beforehand. There was actually a couple of fellas fell ill last night that couldn't play. Garrod O'Grady, a former Clare County minor, is one of those. So I mean, you've got to try and fit him back in here at some stage as well, perhaps as the championship goes on. Yeah,
he's a fantastic player, and they've a wealth of talent. And listening to your commentary while you were commenting, one from Kilmaley, 2 from Milltown, anybody from Quilty, So they're looking very well, and compliments to them. They're playing to a target, they're playing to a plan, and they're sticking to it, and they're great value for their 6 or 7 points lead at half time.
And from Quilty, Fergie is contracted to Clonbunny. That's the arrangement that's in place out there. We don't play any fancy stuff, we play for the crack, there's no doubt about that. A couple of changes here at the break as well. We'll try and get you details of those as we look at Kilmaley, or Sixmilebridge rather, bringing on their number 25. We'll get the pictures for that in just a quick minute. Referee Ger Hoy almost ready to get things back underway as well, and that number 25 for the Bridge is Dylan Downs, so he's on here into their half forward line. He'll be picking up a man that caused plenty of rack in that first half as well, in Sean Kennedy. 2 points for bring back from him, and plenty interaction as well in terms of setting up scores. Second half back underway, big task facing Sixmilebridge, and immediately the referee has indicated it's going to be a free in for them. Storm Devaney doing very well outside there to engineer a free. It's going to be hit by Pam Mulready. Saw him landing one at the start of the first half. He might be able to repeat the trick in the second, but the breeze swinging the other way though in terms of what he did in that first period.
Yeah, and we just saw Sean O'Loughlin from a little similar position, same, but maybe 5 or 10 yards back, missing the last free, one of his only frees he missed. So it's going to be difficult enough into this breeze, but it'll be a great start for the Bridge if they can put this over the bar.
So Pam Mulready right on the 65 metre line into the teeth. The breeze looks to have caught this one well. You knew it was a defiant kind of a strike. He stood back and watched it all the way. Good positive start for the Bridge in this second period of the game, getting that first point on the board. 111 now to 7 points, and they'll take a lot from that.
Yeah, and that's what they need. They need to get a good start to the second half, and they need to add to this now, win this puck out now and put the attack on Kilmaley again.
And they're trying to do just that, but who's back there picking it up? We don't even have to tell you. Darcy, as he drives this one forward now, shortens up the grip to get it right down here into the corner. Outside there is the goal scorer Peter Ronan trying to come onto, but again good individual playing, good harassing outside by that Bridge half back line, trying to get that ball away, and does very well indeed too. Does Oisin Fitzpatrick, tries to pick it up. Paddy, his brother of course captain a couple of years ago in terms of winning the championship for the Bridge. That ball comes out. Fergie O'Loughlin shows that he still has good hands. It took a deflection off the ladder. Fergie stuck out the left paw. It hasn't left you by.
No, not yet. No, I was sharp there. I wonder is there any jersey going, but again great work by Kilmaley, fantastic work ethic. Again, as a coach or a trainer, what you'll be looking for is hunt everything, chase everything, track down, and that's what Kilmaley did. Put her under real pressure in the second in that last phase of play, and allowed the sideline ball. Good turnover.
So Cathal Darcy is the man that's going to take this line ball right here in front of us. We'll have a bird's eye view as this one leaves the Hurley, but he's left the Hurley and it's gone right into the paw of Kieran Hassett, who drives the Bridge forward again. But good work inside by that Kilmaley defence. Arden Maloney pushed into back, surely Ger Hoy. No, it's going to continue on, and trying to go back there again. Maloney back up onto his feet, trying to get it down. Downs, the substitute, inside around there, trying to forage as well, and does well to get that ball across into the open space. Storm Devaney now coming across. He'll have to be very, very slick indeed to pick this one up with Sean Kennedy going around there. So too is Tommy Barry. Right back into that left hand corner. Devaney still trying to bend the back, still trying to pick it up. Micheál Murray is back there very, very close to the end line. Bit of stalemate developing now, but eventually the Bridge give it away. Ger Hoey blows the whistle. That's going to be a free in, and that's exactly, you have to imagine, Fergie O'Loughlin, the type of intensity you spoke about maybe midway through that opening half. The Bridge seemed to have been rallied in the dressing room at half time.
Yeah, and I'm sure Tommy Liddy would have been saying to them, what we did in the first maybe 7 or 8 minutes, we need to do again for 30 minutes in the second half. Again, no ball coming out handy, hunting in groups, and again invited the free on, another vital free to the Bridge to pop it over the bar and bring it back a little bit closer to them.
Yeah, should be a handy enough one for Paul Corrie, but we won't put the kibosh on him as of yet. Just to the left hand side of the goal, striking into the teeth of the breeze. It'd be exactly blowing right into his face, but he makes very little of it indeed. Opening 2 points of the second period, going to Sixmilebridge. It's back to a 6-point game. 3 minutes gone second half. Kilmaley 1-11, Sixmilebridge 8 points, and they'll be very pleased with that opening 3 minutes, Fergie.
They'll be very, very pleased, and it's what they'll have wanted at half time, saying, let's get a good start to the second half, and a fantastic catch again there by the Bridge, and they're moving the ball fairly well now.
Christopher Carey up to a man that they're going to need to get involved a lot more is Tiernan Agnew. Lovely low ball inside, and a great hand too from Jack Corrie, and he's been fouled over on that far side. A brilliantly engineered scoring opportunity here. Christopher Carey with that big catch, laid it off to Agnew. Really clever, intelligent ball. What hands inside though from Corrie on that occasion, Fergie.
Yeah, and we seen a glimpse of it in the first half as well, where he picked the ball cleanly straight off the ground, but again super catch by Carey, and again used the ball intelligently. Agnew got onto it, and as a fella, I was going to say, Derek, that he wasn't getting much ball inside the corner in the first half. They moved him out to the wing here now, so so he should be on more ball, and again good hands, good feet, good pace. He should be able to cause Kilmaley a little bit of trouble out further out the field. Is
that something you see often with players, that maybe they're the lads that you mark as being danger men, but they're not involved in the game, they can drift out a bit and then bring them out the field, get them more involved? Like take Conor McGrath for example last year in the senior championship with Cratloe, out around midfield and seem to just revel at being involved in the play.
Yeah, well, what you want, Eric, I suppose, if you have a talented player, whether he's a corner forward or a corner back, or especially corner forwards, and comes down to corner forwards, if the ball isn't going to them, or if they're not getting into the game, you don't want to waste them inside for too long. You want to be involved in the play, and often at times getting them over around the middle third, around the midfield there, or even as a third midfielder for a period of time, gets them onto ball and gives them a new lease of life. And I'd be very fast to move a player like that out the field. Good score for the Bridge.
Yeah, Corrie has put that one over as well. 3 in a row for him now at the start of this second half. It's back to a 5-point game, and suddenly questions now to be asked of this Kilmaley team. Have they got the answers? Big puck out from Canlan. Up goes the hand of Finucane. It's broken down, and well, those breaks that were being won by Kilmaley in the first half now seem to be going the way of the Bridge as they go in and try and arrest this 5-point deficit at the moment. Finucane still there trying to pick it up, coming out of the Micheál Murray, the Milltown man, doing very well indeed to break forward. Can he pop it over and maybe settle them down? That's a brilliant defensive effort, you have to say, by the Bridge. You can see they're fired up all around us here, because that was very, very good defending.
Very good defending, and maybe I thought the Kilmaley midfielder maybe could have gone a little bit more, but he was under pressure with the defender coming in behind him, but a great hook put him under pressure and he screwed it wide.
So it's still a 5-point gap in terms of Kilmaley leading in this game, 111 to 9 points. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Gort Road Tyres, our commentary sponsors here this afternoon. Carey now getting that ball up into the corner again. Corrie's out in front, puts down the stick, tries to pick it up but couldn't get it up at the first occasion. Has to come in now and try and pick up the break instead. Still back around there too is Oisin Looney trying to pick this one up, and again that scrum now coming away the two is Corrie trying to break through, getting away from the two Kilmaley men around him. Wrapped up there, gets the ball back outside, but the ball just wouldn't go to hand for James Holloway, and it pops down to the ground. And as ever, Cathal Darcy is the man that's going to try and come away with it now. Darcy just putting on the afterburners down along this near side, needs someone to come off the shoulder. Darcy just shortens up the grip, scoops it forward. Lovely play inside, and that's well, good hands as well too from Sean O'Loughlin. Central to this Kilmaley challenge, 7 points for him. Out over the sideline it goes, and you can just see that defensive effort from the Bridge has really solidified now this second half.
Yeah, and again I suppose sensible stuff from the Bridge centre back again. We're really standing off. Sean O'Loughlin didn't invite himself in to go out the side door, and again what Kilmaley need now, I suppose, with 6 minutes gone in the second half, they need to get a grip of what they were doing very, very well in the first half, and that's Darcy getting in control like we saw him there just in the last phase of play, but their half back line getting in control of the game and setting up from there.
The scoring opportunity wasted because that line ball easily picked up by the Bridge defence, and now they can try and launch an attack once more, but Aaron Maloney won't let them do that too handy. The fullback up now to the 65 metre line, switches the play, good angle ball across, trying to go up for it there was Sean O'Loughlin, but it hasn't gone not in his favour on this occasion. Again it goes to the ground, again that little scrum develops, and again it's Sixmilebridge coming away. The first 3 points in the second half have gone the way of Tommy Diddy's men, but they still trail by 5, trying to get that attacking line moving, but it's well covered outside there by Tommy Barry, going back towards his own goal, swings it over the shoulder, good ball down now to John Finucane, picks it up first time, but it's out over the sideline. And again, just things not going right, and they must have been listening to us in the first half, Fergie, because Éanna McMahon goes down to tie the bootlaces and maybe stop the momentum a little bit.
Stop the momentum a little bit, and they need to do that now, because you know the Bridge have come out with all guns blazing in the second half, and I've got the first 3 scores, and you know, good value for that as well. But you know, it's sustaining that now for the next 10 minutes. Keep adding on, keep bringing this back down to a one score game, and they're right back in it.
Cathal Darcy gets a good ball away, as you heard the clash of the ash there at the moment, and we're going to have another substitution coming in here now for Kilmaley in just a couple of moments time. We'll keep you posted on that, but we'll stay with the play just at this moment in time, because it's Christopher Carey with the ball back in his own half back line. Lovely long sweeping angle ball across, but is it going to be picked up by Tommy Barry, and he darts out in between the two Bridgemen, does very well indeed with that green helmet, trying to wrestle away, and maybe that's the kind of a free that can drive a team forward there from Tommy Barry. Looks to have left 2 men in his wake though, as he did, and Ger Hoy, I think, going across maybe just to have a little chat. The number 18 for Kilmaley is about to make his way onto the field here at the moment, Sean Crowley. So another of the Kilmehel contingent going to be coming in, another former minor county hurler as well, played cornerback this fella 2 years ago if I'm not mistaken. Particularly stood out on a big night over in Cusack Park in the rain against Limerick, when a certain fellow Magpie was on the sideline, I think, in the form of Anthony Daly. Let's just wait and see where this ball is going to end up. It's a big one. It's the number 5 Sean Kennedy driving this one in towards the goal. Has it gone over? No, it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. 9 minutes gone second half. Kilmaley 111, Sixmilebridge 9 points, and a feeling, Fergie, this game is there to be won.
Oh, it's there, you know. We kind of rode off the bridge, I suppose, at half time, or from off of their peril, as the man would say. But you know, they're right back in this game now. As I said, if they get another score or two, bring it back down to a one score game. You never know. You know, the Bridge are very, very difficult to get onto a run, and you know, they're well in control of the game now at the moment.
Tiernan Agnew's man that has stormed into this game in the second half. Patrick Mulready now driving that forward from centre back. A lovely stick work from Martin Maloney, stuck up to Hurley, brought it down into the pond, delivers it left-handed, but Agnew's inside underneath it. Agnew now from right back, smack bang in the middle of the park, a big angle ball across, that's going to have to be dealt with. Kilmaley defence with a little bit of work to do outside there. Has in Haran, his back to his own goal now as he comes in. Downs is there as well, trying to get that ball up. So too inside the full forward Jack Curry, but coming away with it. The Kilmaley defence doing very, very well indeed. Sean Kennedy out as far as here now is Cathal Darcy. 2 Bridgemen around him. They've obviously recognised the threat that this young fella poses as he flicks that one forward and trying to come onto it there. Tom O'Rourke, as he drives that one up towards the 45 metre line, sells a lovely little dummy, but now has to get the ball up into his hand if he's going to make use of it, and that's exactly what he does. Tom O'Rourke coming through. Now the danger starts to open up a little bit. Here comes across O'Loughlin with the shot. Oh, that's a fantastic save inside. Wonderful defending by Sixmilebridge. Sean O'Loughlin with the strike, but what defending, and brave defending it was too inside. It looks to have taken a little bit of a smack in the jaw, I think, with that one. It'll certainly, first of all, it'll tell you the importance of the helmet, but what bravery and what brilliant defending.
Oh, fantastic defending by the Bridge, because there was nothing but a goal written all over it. You know, Sean O'Loughlin got into his hand. He had one thing in his mind, that was the buried in the back of the net, but such brave defending by the Bridge. I know the Bridge full back, Derek, that came across and threw his body right in front of it and got the full belt of the ball into the cage. And as you say, number 27, it has been whoever number 27 for the Bridges, but that was fierce defending, and you know where they might get a point out of this if they got a goal. Kilmaley probably game would have been over.
Because that would have been a real momentum killer, you know, given what the Bridge had done at the start of the second half.
Yeah, because the Bridge have really stormed into the second half, and a goal at that stage really against the run of play might have written off the Bridge. Not so bad if Sean O'Loughlin gets a point from this, but they need to get this score. Kilmaley need to settle down a little bit, because it's been all the Bridge in the second half. Yeah,
no score yet for them in that second half. It's not going to come direct from the 65 either, but Aidan Kennedy might have something to say about that as he pops that outside. It's going to be another chance for O'Rourke. Flicks it back inside now to O'Loughlin. They've worked it up to the 45 metre line. Big hit going in there, this time from the Sixmilebridge full back, and that man inside again, we'll get his name in just a second, wearing number 27, but what an impact he's had in these last couple of moments. A flying block to deny Sean O'Loughlin, and now reading that ball over on that far side as well. 111 Kilmaley, 9 points Sixmilebridge. 12 minutes gone second half. Gort Road Tyres in Ennis, our commentary sponsors here this afternoon. Sixmilebridge now trying to work that ball from the middle of the park. In it comes. up towards the 65-metre line again. Cathal Darcy outside around with Holloway trying to pick that one up, but it's coming away in the hands outside of Tom O'Rourke, and he switches play right the way across here to Sean Kennedy onto his own 65-metre line. Again, that angled ball, it's a real notable feature of what Kilmaley have tried to do here this afternoon. It was Tommy Barry rather that played that ball out from the half back line, and it was Tom Rourke that's now on the ground after getting a bit of a dunt outside. Referee hasn't spotted it just quite yet. He's going to get back up to his feet, but the Bridge with a little bit of defending to do, and they have to do a bit of attacking as well with Tom O'Rourke as a man back up onto his feet. Thankfully gets it back outside to Éanna McMahon from the 45-metre line, settles down and shoots it over. The lead goes back out to 6, so with 12 minutes gone second half, Fergie, you get the feeling that's an important score.
Very important score for Kilmaley. You know, they needed to get a score to get back, settle back down in it, but two players that really have shown, and they're probably on the same side of the field is Agnew, since he came out for the Bridge, getting on a fantastic amount of ball and using it very well. But the wing back for Kilmaley, Tommy Barry has been outstanding as well for Kilmaley. The two of them both marking each other and getting onto a savage amount of ball and moving the ball very, very well. But it's a fantastic score for Kilmaley, and a score badly needed.
112 to 9 points, 13 and a half minutes gone here in the second half. Thankfully everybody back up onto their feet, and we'll get the name of that man with the number 27 on his back in just a moment. No match programs here this afternoon, we'll make do though, and let's just see. Number 27 is Jordan Downs, and Dylan Downs as well as the man that came on wearing number 25. So 27 is Jordan Downs and 25 is Dylan Downs. Jordan Downs the man wearing number 27, and a wonderful block by him to deny what looked like a certain goal from Sean O'Loughlin. Cathal Darcy trying to go through now, and again that man outside Downs, this time Dylan picking the ball up and going it down along left-handed, scooping it forward. Good work from him now as the Bridge try and launch this bit of attack, but Harn does very well indeed there in the Harn that is, and Kennedy's the man that drives it clear right down the throat now of Aidan Kennedy. The small man sticks up to Hurling and tries to break it inside Tom O'Rourke and Aidan Kennedy, we know he's got pace if he can see green grass in front of him, this very highly rated soccer player as well, and he's been fouled, a frontal challenge. I don't think there can be any doubt about that whatsoever, and if Kilmaley get this, it goes back out to 7, and you get the feeling maybe they weather the storm.
Yeah, if they pop this one over the bar, it's back out to 7 again, but we have to give a little bit of credit to the Bridge. Derek, they've come out in the second half and they've really thrown caution to the breeze, and they've gone on at everything. But again, young Kennedy hasn't got much ball, but we just saw glimpses, as you say, once the ball went back in behind him. If he'd gone onto that first touch, he was right through, and creating an atmosphere as well where he's after creating a free, no doubt about the free. Vital one now for Sean O'Loughlin. Yeah,
if he can pop this over, it'll go out to maybe perhaps what would be an unassailable lead at the moment. It's 112 to 9, 15 minutes gone in this second half, so we're exactly midway through the second half. Thankfully Aidan Kennedy back up onto his feet. We know all about this for a very highly rated soccer player. He's had trials in England, and he's got so much pace when he gets going.
So much pace, not the biggest man in the world, but look at he makes up for that in pace and speed, and he has the ball in his hand. He's very, very difficult. You would think now after Sean O'Loughlin getting that point, Derek, maybe that at this stage probably the Bridge need to put one in the back of net, raise a green flag, because they're not probably going to put back a 7 point.
No, 113 to 9 points with 15 minutes gone second half. Gort Road Tyres, your commentary sponsors here this afternoon, and the atmosphere maybe just gone a little bit dead from what it was at the start of the second half. The Bridge came out with real great intensity, got the first 3 points of the game. Kilmaley striking back with 2. It's going to be another free for them though, and Pam Mulready, who got that boomer from his own half at the start of this second period, has a chance now maybe to launch another. Does he go for it or does he lob it in? Let's just wait and see. The breeze might have a factor in saying that, but maybe too early to be going for the green flag, Fergie, rather than letting it happen.
Yeah, I would suggest if you can pop it over the bar again, bring it back, get another score down. But from general play, they need to get that ball into the danger area of the Bridge to get a goal.
Pam O'Reilly has put on an exhibition of long range scoring from frees in this game. Brilliant one in the first half, and now 2 in the second as well for him from that number 6 position, cutting the gap back once more. And now Sean Crowley can make his entrance for the Kilmaley lads, so he's going to come on somewhere around that defensive position, I'd imagine. Is he? No, he's heading out towards the middle third of the park, and it's Micheál Murray, so he's going to be midfield as Sean Crowley, and Micheál Murray is the man that's going to make his way off for Kilmaley as they lead 113 to 10 points now. 16 and a half minutes gone here in this second half of the game. So Micheál Murray, as I mentioned, another that Milton Malbay contingent, himself and Oisin Looney, and of course good Kilmehel representation as well in the form of Ronan Cannon, John Finucane, and now a third in Sean Crowley as well. Mulready doing very well to sit back into that pocket. The first thing Crowley does is put the hand in on him. Referee surely going to give the free. He is. Mulready, you just get the feeling now perhaps just to up the intensity a little bit, Fergie. Game in the melting pot for the Bridge. They have to go after it now. It's kitchen sink time.
I think so now. They need to go after a goal now, and they need to get a goal fairly fast and quick and again put Kilmaley in the back foot.
Ball right into the corner, and we need to get this full forward moving inside. Jack Curry, he turns back over the right shoulder, looks to have caught that brilliantly, and that's a score of real quality. That doesn't happen too easy, Fergie. Technique there against the breeze to get that over the shoulder. Such a clean strike and a great score from Curry.
Fantastic score by Curry, and again intelligent ball by Mulready. You know, didn't pop it down the throat to the defence, put it out wide of Curry out to the flanks, and Curry great first touch and came in around and over the shoulder. Fantastic score.
Back to a 5-point game once more as we move towards the closing quarter of this one. 113 to 11, 17 and a half minutes gone. Kilmaley looking to respond, maybe over carrying. We mentioned the atmosphere, but my God, it's starting to ratchet up beside us now. Good work outside there from Sean Kennedy, coming down along the wing. 3 points for him in the first half from that number 5 position into John Finucane, pops it back outside. Tom O'Rourke stands on the 45, but well blocked down by Carey. In it comes now to Dylan Downs as he feeds it back outside. Shot coming in here from Kieran Hassett as he tries to get this bridge inside line moving, but all on his own outside was that man with number 6 on his back, Bradley Higgins, driving it forward. That crossfield ball across the way it goes. Peter Ronan got that goal in the opening half. He's under severe pressure over from Downs, a little bit too much though. It's going to be a free in chance for Loughlin, and one of the Kilmaley men just down here receiving a little bit of attention at the moment is Sean Kennedy. What a game he's had, Fergie. 3 points from wing back is no mean feat.
No, he's a fantastic hurler, and especially in the first half, Derek, he was outstanding, and similar in the second half, a great attacking half back, and you know, he's been the real pride for Kilmaley. Their whole half back line, even Bradley Higgins coming into a little bit more in the second half. They're playing a fantastic ball out to the wings again, and they're creating the atmosphere here now where we have a chance for Sean Loughlin to put another point in it.
Yeah, it looks to be a belt on the funny one, but I don't think he's finding it too funny on a cold day like today for Sean Kennedy. But he's been well looked after there though by the Kilmaley medical team. Is the scoreboard going to be looked after by Sean O'Loughlin? I didn't even have to ask that question. He's been unerring from frees on a day that's not easy to strike them. Into the breeze it goes. Good score for him as we look at another change coming on here now, perhaps for the Kilmaley men. 114 to 11 points with 19 minutes on the clock here in the second period, so 11 plus the injury time to go. Sean Kennedy still just getting that little bit of attention, and when you get a slap on a day like today, Fergie, when it's cold, it stings that little bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, especially at the start of the game. You'll be thinking at this stage that the hands are well warmed up and the body is flowing, but no, I think it's right. It's right in between the elbow probably and the just below the hand, but he's back up going again, and I think maybe just he's probably filling up the lungs as well. Derek, I'd say he's working awful hard there on the half back line.
He certainly is, and he won't mind it too much if Kilmaley can book their place in the next round of this under-21 championship, leading the bridge here in the closing stages. But there's no doubt the men from O'Garney side will have plenty to say in these closing 10 minutes. O'Sheen Fitzpatrick trying to get that hand pass away, and does, out to Storm Devaney, who in turn feeds Christopher Carey going over onto that far side, sells the dummy, trying to get around Sean O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin putting on great pressure though, and gets it back into his paw again, now swinging around, big long angle ball across towards this full forward Jack Curry. We saw him score a beaut just a couple of moments ago. Posey pulled to the ground, referee allowing the play to go on himself, and into Harden having a right hold battle there. Back across it comes to Downs. Oh, lovely little flick up from Downs, just couldn't put it over though. The block came in from Crowley, and this one is there to be won again right on the 20 metre line. 4 or 5 bodies going down on it. Crowley's there on his hands and knees, so too is Devaney, and still trying to come away with it, and coming away with it very well indeed is the number 7 Tommy Barry. Gets it away this far side to Kennedy. Kennedy challenged outside there by Paul Curry. Curry trying to get the ball up into his hand again. That little bit of a scrum develops. Who's going to come away with it? It's Kilmaley, and it's Tom O'Rourke again. Looks up and plays the angle ball across. Aidan Kennedy is out in front, flicks it up. 2 bridgemen around him. He meets a third one, and now he's gone 20 yards back from where he actually won the ball in the first place. But he won't mind too much. It's in his possession. Plays it left-handed down, and Kilmaley back on the attack once more. Big long ball coming in there from Sean O'Loughlin. It's going to go right in around the danger zone. We're still inside there. 3-1 keeper does well, does Shane White, to get that one away. He had Peter Ronan breathing right down his throat. Got it out towards Carey, and he gets the bridge moving again. 114 to 11 points, 9 minutes to go here in this game. That's good work outside from Bradley Higgins coming down that far side of the field. Sean Crowley now off the left hand side. Good control from his Kilmaley man John Finucane in towards Aidan Kennedy. He's pulled down to the ground. Lovely angled run, you have to say there. Good stick control from Finucane, but it was the angle of the run from Aidan Kennedy gave him the off the shoulder option and drew the free.
Yeah, and we've seen a bit of that from Kilmaley, more so in the first half than the second half, Derek, where you know their placement of the ball is brilliant. They're running off the shoulder, lads linking up brilliantly, and again Kennedy made a fantastic run, and we know he's low to the ground, he's a small lad, and once there was an engagement, once he was in possession of the ball, it was always going to be free, and very, very scoreable for Sean Loughlin again with a bigger gap between it.
114-11 is how it stands at the moment, so a 6-point lead for the Kilmaley men. They can stretch that out even further with O'Loughlin, who has just been simply sensational from the place ball in this game so far. Into that scoreboard or dressing room end here in Clarecastle, he'll make no mistake as he pops that one over. 115-11 points, 8 minutes to go. You mentioned green flags, Fergie. They're certainly getting to the critical stage now.
Very, very much so, Derek. You'll be thinking at the Bridge, one route to go now. They need to go and they need to get a goal or two fairly fast and quick.
Yeah, it's the midfielder Storm Devaney trying to get them moving now at this occasion over towards Tiernan Agnew. He's maybe just drifted out of the game a little bit here in the second half, but the Bridge not giving up indeed. That substitute over on the far side, Downs trying to pick it up. Agnew's there too, all just around that ball. Crowley and two Finucane over there, but still the Bridge trying to come away with it. Dylan Downs trying to put in the challenge over on that far side, but coming away with it is Oisin Looney wearing number 4. Out over the sideline it goes. Anywhere will do now from a Kilmaley perspective, and well, they'll have come through a battle, and I guess it can get a championship up and running as well, Fergie. Coming through a battle rather than a one-sided game can steal you for what is a big 3 or 4 weeks to come.
I think you're 100% right, Derek. It looked like at half time that Kilmaley were well in control. They could have maybe had another 6 or 7 points early in the second half. The game was over and dusted, but in fairness to the Bridge, they've really, really battled hard. It's not over yet, but they've really, really battled hard and made a right contest for Kilmaley. But you'd have to be impressed with Kilmaley. When they put the foot in the pedal, they can get some scores when they need them.
Yeah, they're going to have a little bit of defending to do here now as Corey tries to pop that little hand pass off it. Just wouldn't come to hand off for Downs, and Darcy goes back to try and get away. Good hook going in though. 3 Bridgemen around him now as they try and forage for that ball. Little bit of a scrum developing once more, but again Kilmaley coming away with it, just trying to break up the play. Don't let the momentum go, and Kennedy is the target once more. Might have been a little bit of a hand on the back, but they won't mind too much. Ronan coming through now. He got the goal in the first half, trying to create another one here. Blocked down a wall of those yellow jerseys in front of him. Back it comes to Aidan McMahon. It's breaking ball now for Sean O'Loughlin. Will he pull on it first time? He does, and just couldn't catch it. You don't see it too much, Fergie, that first time goal, that Eamon Taft type strike. It's kind of gone out of the game a little bit, isn't it?
It kind of is. If you're only pulling the ball now, you'll be taken off. But Sean O'Loughlin a bit panicked there, Derek. He should have maybe settled. He had time to go down over the ball and make himself big and create something out of it.
Sean Kennedy under severe pressure here on this near side, gets the ball away. I don't know how he managed that hand pass, but Aidan McMahon is the man that gets it. Down along the sideline he goes, shortens up the grip. That is a fabulous score. Look at the arc on that ball as it went over right into the teeth of the breeze and held it straight over the black spot. Fergie knew the minute that he struck it was going over. That's a score of real quality.
It's a really, really great score. I love that score. He's on the sideline, on the run, didn't break his stride, on the move, and struck a sweet score against that breeze. Great score.
116-11 points, Kilmaley lead. We're moving into the last 5 or so minutes of this game. Not quite sure what your Hoyle had on in terms of injury time, but generally 3 minutes is a guess that you'll be fairly close to if you put it up on the board. 7 for Tommy Barry as he goes down along that far side off his left, striking this one in, and it just goes to the right and wide. I think you can see the Sky Sports camera just above us here maybe as he tried to strike that one in. Worth taking on, I suppose, when your team was 116-11 points up. Big puck out from Shane White, I should say, down this near side again. The referee probably has a decision to make there, and does. Now, big decision here for Patrick Mulready. Does he lob this one in? Certainly, I think it's getting towards that time, Fergie.
I think so too, Derek. Where 7 or 8 minutes ago he had a free from sim position, more central. We said maybe take the point, and he did that. I think now one down, maybe the throw in the top of the goalkeeper and see can they get a goal out of it.
Let's see the trajectory on this one. It's hanging it high. Is it drifting out to the right hand side? It's going to creep just over the bar. I think referees indicating, and so too is the umpire, that is a point for the Bridge. Maybe not enough, maybe enough to maybe kickstart something here, but 116-12 points with 4 minutes to go. Maybe should have aimed that one towards the crossbar, and Ronan Canlan now will take his time, I'd imagine, in delivering this one down as he comes out to the verge of his square, does Canlan. Good contest over on that far side again, and the Bridge now just having to win that position. It's going to be so crucial with Sean O'Loughlin, certainly himself and Darcy contenders for a man of the match accolade for Kilmaley, no doubt about that. And this man hasn't had a bad game for the Bridge either. Patrick Mulready now as he tries to drive this one forward. 4-pointed frees for him, 2 in either half, and now Tiernan Agnew trying to replay the ball here towards Kieran Hassett. Hassett under pressure there from Maloney as he strikes this from the sideline. Doesn't seem to have done much on that though, and it's going to stay in play. In fact, we thought it had gone wide. It's still there to be won. Back it comes down Jones has it there in along the line with Sean Kennedy. Kennedy does very well indeed. He can attack, he can defend, and he can clear, and he's fouled on that occasion as well. Very good work from him. Had to anticipate that coming across. But any man that's delivered 3 or 4 points from wing back and defending like that, Fergie, you'd like him on your side.
Absolutely, as we spoke about, not for the sake of repeating ourselves, but a fantastic player. But again, that occasion, maybe the Bridge midfielder should have ran with that ball, Derek, even though it held up inside. But in a fantastic opportunity maybe to come across the lines and hand into it. And young Kennedy in front of us here again, winning great possession again and being fouled. Very difficult to mark him, Derek, isn't it? Because he's low to the ground, and when he gets it, he invites the free come in. You can't let him away, so you're entitled maybe to go in and tackle hard. So again in the second half, he's shown really glimpses of great stuff.
Yeah, it's that kind of typical small man kind of foul, isn't it? Because he'll duck the head and you'll go in on him and it looks like you've taken the head clean off him. How often have we seen it in a football term with the likes of Martin McMahon? Yeah,
100%. We see it regularly, and as a coach you'll be kind of telling, if you don't get, as you said earlier on, if you don't get green grass in front of you, invite the tackle on, go into the tackle, invite it on, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to be fouled. Great for a year.
Just watch that ball. Just let's don't know. It's gone to the left and it's gone wide. We thought it tailed in. Yeah. So we don't have. Well, I thought. Well, Brian O'Loughlin asking the linesman here in front of us to know what's he looking at, and I have to be honest, I kind of half agree with him. But Sean O'Loughlin might make up for that with a point from play, so they get the score at the end. But we thought from here it looked like it's not a great difference in terms of the scoreline. 117 from the Kilmaley men at the moment, and Brian O'Loughlin certainly making his feelings clear there, and the less said about that perhaps the better maybe, as Leon Kelly tries to get the Bridgemen moving now over on that far side. Corey picking that ball up, he has to go for goal here, just simply cannot be anything else, and in the Harden pulls him down there. It's going to be a free in, they'll have to go for it. I mean, everyone's going to go back on the line here, but I mean, we mentioned it before, the kitchen sink has to be taken and pelted now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, going for a goal here now, and they'll have to. But I suppose the Bridge problem is we haven't seen that enough ball, that kind of quality ball that Corey is that just getting there and invited a free on, maybe 21-yard free. They didn't get enough of that in at times, but again, just going back to the point, that the controversy point there, maybe that was where I definitely thought Derek was a point, from where we were, it looked like it sailed beautifully over the bar. I thought it was a well struck free, but look at umpire saw it differently.
The free from Sixmilebridge, well defended by the Kilmaley lads inside. They win for it alright, but it was a sea of those navy jerseys in front of him as Sean O'Loughlin now trying to pick this ball up. Darcy goes in to try and help him out as well, and Darcy somehow frees it and flicks it up and picks it up as well. That's wonderful play from Darcy, and the referee then pulls him for overcarrying, but somehow Cathal Darcy has a free given against him for his helmet being dragged off him inside, and he looks to have picked up an injury as well. He's maybe a little bit of cramp developing, or maybe it's that bit of cynical play that Fergie O'Loughlin was endorsing in the first half.
I think so. I don't know how Joe could come up with a free against him on that occasion. Okay, look at, he was going over the 5 or 6 Bridge lads around him, helmet taken off his head, and it's one of those I find it very hard to see. But look at, teams get those, Derek, I suppose, when they're 7 or 8 points down, and the referee feels generous to feel nice to the team that's been losing. But all credit to Kilmaley though. Again, the man that's just after giving away the free, Darcy, he's been fantastic throughout the hour. The amount of possessions he's been on, I'd love to know the stats in it. He's been absolutely the conductor of the orchestra for Kilmaley, and he's been fantastic for Kilmaley.
Yeah, it's going to be a free in for Sixmilebridge. Cathal Darcy back up onto his feet. He's got a new helmet for the closing minute or so. 117 Kilmaley, 12 points Sixmilebridge. Gartroad Tyres and Ennis, your commentary sponsors, as the Sixmilebridge men now have no choice but to try and lob this one in, and it's Mulready dropping it in around the house. The sticks go up, trying to sweep at it. Anywhere will do in terms of the Kilmaley defence, and they do very well indeed. And the referee spotted there might have been a stray old hurley inside there, as Bradley Higgins, I think it was, a bit down it. Yeah, so it's going to be Sean Kennedy to take this free out. Looking at the clock, we're gone into the injury time period. Didn't see Ger Hoy putting up the hands, but I'd say we've only a minute or two left to go as Kilmaley take their unused subs off down the sideline to do a little bit of a warm down in anticipation of their next round game. Sean Kennedy with this free from his own 21 metre line. He'll just boom it anywhere, and that's exactly what he does, right down into the throat of Sean O'Loughlin as he puts up the stick and does very well indeed to gather that one up. Was he pushed in the back? Referee says no. O'Loughlin still battling away there. What a game he's had. Sean O'Loughlin O'Loughlin taking off down along that left-hand touchline. Can he cap it with one from out that's near side? He certainly can. That's a fabulous score from Sean O'Loughlin. All the work to do, won the ball with 3 Bridgemen around him, took off down along the sideline and off his left-hand side, potted it over. This man is certainly one for the future.
Fantastic score again, and he's been very, very impressive again today. A central figure in the Kilmaley outfit, but able to go left and right at that central forward position, and fantastic score, Derek.
And this man on the ball at the moment, or trying to get on the ball. Darcy certainly central to what they've done as well. They won't mind this little bit of scrum out here now as they just try and wind down the clock. And going through there, Kieran Hassett from Sixmilebridge taking down. Sean Crowley goes back, plays it off towards Finucane. Finucane steps inside. Jerhoey blows the full-time whistle. Kilmaley go through. Fergie fairly comfortable in the end. A bit of a fight back there from the bridge at the start of the second half, but ultimately you have to say, the better team over the course of the hour going through.
No doubt about that. I think the better team won. I suppose the two things about it, I suppose the bridge in the start of the game, maybe the first 5 to 7 minutes, from the kitchen sink, awful high intensity, worked awful hard, and after that I think once Kilmaley weathered the storm, played to a pattern, played to a routine, got all their strong players on the ball and played it off and intelligently, and the bridge did the same in the second half, came out with all guns blazing through the kitchen sink for that first 5 to 7 minutes and got the first 3 scores. But after that, then again, once Kilmaley settled down, Derek, I think they were far the better team, and looking at them today, I can tell you it'll take a fair team to beat them. I thought they were very, very impressive. There's some fantastic players. Their attitude was very, very good. As I said, able to engage him. No, not the biggest team in the world, but they're still able to engage, and they're playing to a very, very smart pattern. The recycling the ball was very, very good, so you have to be awful impressed with Kilmaley today.
Yeah, 118 to 12 points the full-time score. 118 for a day like today is fair going.
It's fantastic scoring, and again, I suppose central to that, I suppose, is Sean O'Loughlin, centre forward, not alone from frees. He bar missing the one or two, he was very, very capable of putting them over from play as well as setting up a lot of play. But they've a very balanced team at Kilmaley, Derek, and as I said, they're playing to a pattern, they're playing to their strengths, and I was awfully impressed with them. 118 today, as you say, in March. It's a fair tally, and they'll take an awful lot of stopping this championship.
Certainly will. Fergie O'Loughlin, our big match analyst, thanks so much indeed for joining us here in Clarecastle, and to our man on the stats as well over Diarmid, we thank him for his work this afternoon. As we mentioned as well, our match sponsors this afternoon, Gart Road Tyres out in the Gart Road Industrial Estate here, and then 6820877 is their phone number if you want to get them. And delighted now as well to have the man who led Kilmaley. We'll be talking to him in just a couple of minutes time. Kevin McNamara is the Kilmaley manager. A good win for his side. We'll get him in just a couple of moments time, we're told here, so do just stay with us. We'll have Kevin join